These are the qualities I think everyone ought to be looking for in their partner. This is just my list. My name is Doug McWilliams. I published a book a few years back called The Evolution of Love, in which I challenged the traditional existing popular paradigm of what love is all about, possessiveness, and even to the extent of marriage. I'll say that that's a real thing that happens in our mind. We think that's what love is, but I argue that that's really akin to our primitive self, that possessiveness. And I think it's time to evolve our concept of love to be a more unconditional version, where there's no need for, you're not going to commit to stay together for any length of time beyond which the point it's not working. And when two people, just get started in a relationship, there's a lot to learn about each other. Anyway, this perspective works for me. I'm absolutely fearless about expressing love, falling in love. No one's going to break my heart. At the same time, I don't expect anyone to make my life complete. So anyway, back on a point here. These are the criteria that I've come up with, and you can agree or disagree, and hopefully this will get you thinking about what are the qualities that you want in your partner. And this only came about through, guys, years of relationships and dating. I've never been married or been with anyone for more than a couple years. And you can argue, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, this just gives me a unique perspective. I've always examined what went wrong here. What can I do better? How can we have more effective communication? And ultimately, what fueled creating this book was I got to a point where I was tired of hurting the women I was involved with. Not that I cheated or lied to them, simply by breaking up with them. And I thought, well, I need to be clear, make it clear to them what my perspective is just before we get started, because I don't want to be the bad guy I don't want them to hate me because I broke their heart because it didn't work out for any reason. So, back on point. So number one is, I think we need to have fun together. Seems simple, but I think a lot of couples out there, I mean, when you click with people, you click with certain friends, and hopefully you have that kind of relationship with your partner. Number one. So, and then we make each other laugh. Good sense of humor. It's just not the same with every person you get involved with. It's not going to always be there for that person you are physically attracted to. But I think these are important things. Good sense of humor, or at least compatible sense of humor. Similar levels of playfulness. Some people are more serious than others, and that could be a deal breaker, right? And I argue this, lots of valid reasons could be just a deal breaker in the relationship. Doesn't mean you stop caring about each other. It's just it's not going to work. Or it could work better for both of us with someone else. I don't think that should be a sad thing or a shocking thing. Do you, hang out with the same friends that you hung out with 10 years ago? All that, we crave new experiences, novelty. It's part of life. And I'll say maybe you guys will work out long term and be really happy together, but maybe you won't. Right? Shocking. This is good too. I talked about this on another video with talking about Tony Robbins. But we support each other and help each other overcome our struggles. And we cheer each other on with our ambitions. I need a partner who's going to say, yeah, Doug, do that. Go. Help, inspire me or support me. It's not always there. And that you inspire each other to just become better people. Healthier, more patient, more loving. Not just with each other, but with just growing as individuals, as people on this planet. That's not always there. And part of that is not being afraid to call each other out when we're not being our best self, not in a bad way, a judgmental way, just maybe when we're being hypocritical. And that's part of it too, effective communication. How effective can we be at sharing those things? I remember I had a girlfriend who had a young daughter, about 9 or 10 years old, and they sometimes had their little spats. She's a great mom, and but there were times where I would say, well, look, maybe you don't, trying to just help smooth things over the communication, and she'd get mad at me, like, you don't know what you're talking about, you're not a parent. And I'd say, you're absolutely right. I just trying to share my thoughts, because I love you both. I hate to see you guys fighting. You can take or leave my input, but don't think I'm a bad person for interject or just trying to share some thoughts. I feel compelled. Anyway, maybe that's one of the things that sabotaged that relationship. That one didn't work out, as they all so far haven't worked out long term. And they're all great. They worked out just the way they were supposed to. But like effective communication and being able to have those healthy discussions with each other. Yeah, maybe you're drinking too much. Maybe you're not, and that's hard. And all of us need to constantly work probably on our communication with our partner, with our family, with people around us, to get our point across in a loving, productive way. That's a real trick in life. And we share similar values about the world we live in, things we want to commit to. And I say it's like, I mean, I couldn't date like a racist person or just, I don't, I'm pretty picky about the people I get involved with. I'm very picky. Friends and certainly with partners. And I think we should all have a high bar that people need to pass because, when you find the right person, it's awesome. And it's not the first person you get involved with. It takes some searching and it takes some time to figure out what it is that you're looking for. And that's why I'm sharing this. Hopefully this helps you get thinking about some of these ideas and evaluating, because you can have these things in a partner and it's awesome. We have common interests. I used to be instilled into electronic music and dance clubs. That was a big part of my life for a long time, and anyone I dated kind of had to be on board with that. And other, just other areas of interest in life, political interests or social interests, and I think it's good too to have some different interests, so that we're not, have your alone time to do research or do that thing that you want to do, yoga or whatever. That's cool. You need some time apart. And interject here. One of the best, no, certainly the best cookie fortune I ever got. This is back when I was probably 20 years old, before it really sunk in. It said, absence, not absinthe. Absence, what is it? Enhances love. Presence sharpens love. Presence strengthens it. So I'm thinking of like a sword. Sword's got to be strong and sharp. And I really do, in my experience, think that if you're around each other all the time, it's going to lose some of its sharpness. It's that last girlfriend I mentioned was great because she lived near San Diego. Maybe that's too much information, but we'd see each other on the weekend, and then we'd have the week apart, and I really missed her, and it made our time together more special, more fun. So I think there's a balance there that we all need to find, how much time together and how much time apart. But to think that we need to be around each other all the time, well, good luck. Maybe that works out. I don't think it works out for most people. Moving on. We have interesting conversation. I can't really talk to a lot of people. I'm not interested in what they're talking about. And there's an intelligence level there too, of a similar intelligence to be able to understand the words you're using and the ideas. If it's a abstract concept that is hard to communicate. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. I just am bored talking to most people. And it's not a judgment thing. It's just I don't want to talk about mundane things. I like discussing ideas and philosophy and I don't know, interesting things to me anyway. And that's got to be there, I think, in a partner. We really have good conversation. We communicate effectively. It's kind of a similar thing I said there. We have great sex. Sex is huge. I love sex. It's awesome. It's the best thing in the world, basically. And why shouldn't it be so? That's why we're all here. We need to, I think, mature on this topic, and it's not dirty or shameful at all. We need to be respectful of it because it is this creative power of the universe. And I talk about sex. I have a chapter on it, short chapter, in this book. I did a video on it actually previously. If you're not going to commit marriage-wise, then what kind of commitment should you have before you get into a sexual relationship? But anyway, more to the point here, it should be fun and playful, and not every woman I've been with has been as playful as others. But that's important. We're running out of space here, I think. Similar views on starting a family, right? That's important. That could be a deal breaker. Hopefully this gets you thinking about some of the qualities that you ought to have and want to look for in your partner. If it's not there, it's okay, guys. It's okay to move on from your partner if it's not working. I wish you well. Have a great day. Bye.